Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful bank holiday weekend. Yes, here in the United Kingdom, it is a bank holiday weekend. So very few people have to go to work tomorrow, but I'm very lucky because I got the whole week off.
Yes, and I already can see that it's a holiday in the US as well, which means a long weekend for you in Florida, I can see. Tony, yes, I can see you've got a long weekend in Florida, which is going to be lovely. Okay, so welcome everybody. Lovely to see you. And the usual rules do apply. So if you've got a question, and we do welcome as many questions as you've got, pop them in the chat and write the word question at the start so we can spot them. But just leave a comment. We'll have a look. We'll see what we can find and we'll have a chat about it. Also, as usual, we'd like to let you know that you can hear us and tell us a little bit about what the weather's like where you are.
Yeah, we were expecting heavy torrential rain from Friday onwards, just gone, but it's been a really pleasant weekend. It's been a little bit cold with the wind, but the sun has been shining and we've been really, really lucky. But again, it has been a bit nippy.
Yeah, it has been a little bit cold today. I think we've been out today. We went to the beach for a little walk. We had some chips just looking out over the harbour, and it was really nice, but it was windy. So we did sit there with our coats on and our hoods on. Very different to last week when it was really warm.
Really warm.
So the weather has gone a little bit cooler here. So let us know what it's like where you are. Are you enjoying the heat still where you are, or has it taken a turn for the worse? Now, me and Dom do have our fingers crossed that the weather will improve, because it does say rain up in Scotland this week. And if you didn't know, we are heading up to Scotland on Wednesday as we are boarding Hebrides Cruises Lucy Mary on Thursday. So we'll talk about a little bit more about that later on.
So let's just do some introductions and say hello to all you wonderful people. Tony, thank you for joining us from Florida. I can imagine you've had some beautiful weather today. Very jealous.
And a long weekend in Florida has got to be better than a long weekend here.
Quite possibly. I know where I'd rather be.
Yeah.
So Gil and Sandra, thank you for joining us.
Lovely to see you, Val.
Hope you two are doing really well. Commodore Steve, hi, thanks for joining us.
Now, Steve, I know you've been exploring lots of ships and you've been at Clear. So drop us a comment to tell us what you've enjoyed about Clear, because we've been watching on socials to see what everyone's been up to. There look some really nice ships there. So let us know what you got up to.
Sisters on the Seas, thank you for joining us.
Yes, I've just seen they put out their latest vlog.
Yeah, I own a balcony cabin tour. Squeaky noises or strange noises? No questions asked.
Who knows what these squeaky noises are?
Sunny in Salisbury, lovely. We were just talking about Salisbury the other day. When I used to live in Southampton, we used to nip over across to Salisbury on a Sunday quite often.
We used to like a little walk around Salisbury.
Visit
to the
Magna Carta.
Magna Carta, that's what I was going to say. Visit to the Magna Carta. Just somewhere to have a little look into, wasn't it? And then we ended up stopping somewhere nice, having a little meal somewhere, drink.
We were reminiscing. There was a pub just on the waterfront, just on the river there, where you could get a pizza cone, which was a pizza
filled with
chips. It's amazing.
The most healthy meal you can get.
Yeah. I wonder if they still do it. But yeah, no, love Salisbury. Really do like Salisbury.
Maybe it's something we could ask for on our next cruise. Well, maybe not on Lucy Mary, but on a bigger ship, they might do us a pizza.
Cunard might
fold it into a cone filled with chips.
Rose, thank you for joining us.
Hi,
Hope you're
Rose.
well. Daniel, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a great half term. Yes, it is also half term, like I previously said. I got the whole week off school, which is fantastic.
Yeah, don't forget Andy as well. Hello, Andy.
Hello, Andy. Sorry, world of my own. Who we got? S&R Budget Journey, thank you for joining us.
Hello, it looks nice in your picture anyway. Is it as nice as reality there today?
Evening all. Hiya, David. Thank you for joining us. Isle of Wight, sunny but windy. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly the same here.
Yeah, sunny but very windy today. I wonder if there's been a problem with any of the ships today coming in and out. I think I saw that Iona had to have a tug helping her back into Southampton today. Why are you laughing?
Just very immature. Sunny in Newcastle, fantastic.
Lovely.
We were just reminiscing about the time we were on Mirror.
Did a lot of reminiscing.
We have been doing a lot. That's what we do when we're not on cruises. We sit there and just reminisce about things that we've done. When we were on Mirror Explorer during the UK staycation cruises, and we docked in Newcastle and had a little explore, Angel of the North.
We went to the Angel of the North.
The oldest Marks and Spencer.
Yeah, very small little Marks and Spencer in the market. We had a little walk to the actual castle. We did. And then we had a guided tour, can you believe it, in Newcastle. She didn't even let us stop in Greg's. We had no time for a Greg's. We saw it and then we thought, oh, no time.
We are drinking. We are having
drinking
a little bank holiday drink this evening. We've got a lovely little gin and tonic.
I was going to lift it with this thing, but I give myself a paper cut on my finger. How nice.
We have been trying to be very good over the last, since we got off Celestial, but it hasn't been going very well at all, I'm afraid.
Anyone else having a bank holiday, little wobble and having a drink like we have, so we couldn't help it. Little gin with the sunshine.
Fly Drive Explore, thank you for joining us. Hope you're both well.
How's things going in South Wales? And if you haven't seen, they've been to Dollywood recently. Exciting.
I've always wanted to go. Dollywood.
Yeah, and they did meet someone special while they were there, but we won't spoil it. Watch that vlog. I knew you were going to say that.
Our Clear was fab. Did Swan, Hellenica, Diana, Oceana Visitor, and Indy. Yes, we saw the Scott Mills did a little performance, a little DJ set.
Yeah, well, we really enjoyed Scott Mills' DJ set on Sun Princess, and that was great. Steve was there as well on Sun Princess, and it was great, wasn't it? Now, Swan Hellenic, we'd love to do that because we'd like to do a look at an expedition ship. We were looking at some of the Clear results, weren't we, and how in one of their infographics that they sent out, that 10 years ago there wasn't a purpose-built expedition ship, and now there is loads.
It's definitely on the increase, but I think it just gives people the opportunity to do something that they possibly never dreamt of.
No,
I know I'd love to do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you can look at the state of the cruise industry report from Clear, there's some fascinating things in that.
Steve, thank you for joining us. Orpington, rainy here. Oh dear, heading off on my first cruise in 3 weeks on MSC Virtuosa. Well, I am sure you'll have a fantastic time.
Yes. Now, try the pizza on MSC.
Charcoal pizza on MSC.
Oh, well, any pizza is lovely on MSC. They do pizza really good. You've got to get a photo on their staircase, on the lovely sparkly Swarovski staircase. That's a must do. And just take your time and enjoy the ship, because MSC can feel a little bit busy on Virtuosa, but take your time, enjoy it. There's a few people we know on there
now weekend, bank holiday weekend cruise,
because that's always chaotic. A two-nighter,
very busy, but so much fun, I can imagine.
Absolutely.
But do try the charcoal pizza. It's a little bit off-putting to look at because it is black, as you can imagine, but it is really nice and really quite funky.
Very nice.
Speak to the Geek, very windy but warm here, but I'm not far from you. Okay, been listening to Jason Donovan in my back garden. Well, from my back garden. He was playing a festival down the road. Oh, wow. Amazing.
What festival was that? We've missed out on this, haven't we? Yeah. I was thinking you had him live in the back garden. What a treat.
Times are hard for David.
Jason.
I don't know why I said David. David, where inches side for me? Oh,
nice.
Got to have a cheeky little drink on a bank holiday.
Absolutely.
Gil and Sandra, pack for our fjords cruise next week. We've got to get back to the fjords.
Yeah, I've got to get back to fjords. And at this time of year, the fjords are really difficult. Well, the fjords are always really difficult to pack for, but this time of year, it's very much hit and miss. You can go there and you're going to have beautiful weather, like we did in one of our ports. And in the next port, we couldn't see anything. It was literally thick rain terrible. So,
So they say in Norway, the weather can change every 10 minutes.
yeah.
So, for the first 10 minutes, it can be glorious sunshine, then absolutely pouring with rain for the next, and then snow in the next. It's really changeable. When we went and we did the Troll Walk on Enchanted Princess, didn't we? Troll Walk?
The Troll Road in
Andalsnes, and we got to the top and we just couldn't see a thing. We were so disappointed because we were really looking forward to it. That iconic viewpoint right at the top.
Yeah, we were absolutely soaked though, weren't we?
It did pour down with rain.
My shoes were full of water.
But we do love the fjords.
We weren't dressed for the occasion because when we left the ship, it was nice.
No, it was nice. But I think next time in Andalsnes, I'd like to take the cable car that goes all the way to the top.
Yes, that'd be good. Yeah.
Because that's just an experience, I think, especially on a clear day.
Yeah.
But it's one of them things that you can't pre-book because you've got to wait until you're there on the day.
Yeah.
And then you can sort of suss out the weather and whether or not you're going to be able to see anything.
Yeah. Because we've only been to the fjords once. We went to Andalsnes. We went to beautiful Flam. Yeah, love that.
We did one of the best excursions in Flam.
So I think we need to go back because
we do.
Well, we'd love to know. Have you got any top ports for the fjords? Because we'd like to know what you think when you've been. Is there anywhere that you think you must do? Because we'll definitely look at that going back to the fjords soon.
Yeah, going back to Flam. Sorry, it's one of the best excursions we have ever done. We booked these little electric Twizy cars, and we were just zipping around about 70, 80 kilometers per hour around these fjords. Hairpin, is it Hairpin Bends?
Hairpin Bends, yeah.
Oh, incredible! And the views once we got to the top and that lookout point, just breathtaking. Such a beautiful part of the world.
And not many people had done them when we went on, but I think they've become more popular now, and we see a lot of people in the Twizy cars, and they are worth doing. So absolutely, we recommend them doing. Although there's not a lot of space.
No, there's not a lot of space. One in the front and then one squeezed in the back.
Yeah,
but so much fun, honestly. And really good value for a couple of hours, considering the price of excursions that a lot of cruise lines will charge when you're in Flam.
Yeah. Good. So,
Davina, hi Tom and Dom. I'm having a drink too. Fantastic.
Oh, are you having a gin like we are? I wonder. We're enjoying this nice gin. Dom's frozen some lemons, so that's what we've got in there.
It's my number one hack. Why have ice cubes when you can just buy a pack of lemons, freeze them, and just put a slice in? It's life-changing.
You sliced it before you froze it, though.
Obviously. Yeah. No. I think I'd struggle trying to slice a frozen lemon.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's my life hack. Frozen lemons, and you can do it with limes as well.
Wow.
And mix things up a bit.
If you love that hack, give us a like.
Sunny here in Porthcawl. Dollywood was fantastic. Highly recommended. Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you had a nice time. It looked great.
Yeah. Definitely somewhere we'd like to go. It's one of those parks. It's one of those parks that everyone talks about going to, like Florida and things, which is great. But Dollywood is not hugely known about in the UK, I don't think.
I suppose among Dolly Parton fans,
well,
they're all over it.
Do you know who else has been to Dollywood recently? Blokes from Stoke. I've been there as well.
Yes,
so obviously he's getting more popular.
It's on our to-do list, as well as many, many others locations and activities. Come to Steve, I'm off on Ambience for 2 weeks next Saturday. Fantastic. Midnight Sun. Love Ambience.
Yes.
Love Ambassador. Thanks for fantastic cruise line.
We think it's great value for money. Really good value for money. Nice ship. Older ship, so smaller, easy to get around. Very classic style cruising. Set dining times. Great entertainment. Fantastic entertainment.
Good drinks package.
And Midnight Sun. Well, we've done Midnight Sun cruise, and it's amazing to see that.
It's just weird.
Going out on deck at like midnight and going, hang on,
I'm supposed to be going to bed now.
Great, very, very good. You'll enjoy that, Steve.
Land Rover 1965. Thank you for joining us. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you.
Sisters on the Seas, we've got a question. What are you looking forward to most on your Hebrides cruise? This is a tricky one because it is completely different to anything we have ever done before.
Yeah, because we've tried to look for some YouTube videos about what to expect, and there isn't any, which is mad. There's a couple of clips of the ship.
Yeah, promotional videos that they put out themselves.
But nothing that anyone else has filmed.
Yeah.
So we are really excited to get on board because we are very much into the unknown. They do say to us, expect to see wildlife. So we hope to see dolphins, maybe a whale.
Puffins,
yeah. So that would be exciting. And also we have read that we can go into the wheelhouse where the captain is at any point, and he may even let us steer the ship.
We have been watching Below Decks in preparation for this cruise, but I don't think it's going to be anything.
It's not quite a super yacht.
No.
But it is a yacht.
It is a yacht. It's only 10 passengers.
10 passengers maximum. So yeah, this is what we're excited. The thing we're most excited about is the unknown, because it's going to be completely different to anything we've done before. Very small space. I think there's 3 cabins, 3 guest cabins maybe, or maybe 4.
I think it's 4 because they've got 2 singles.
Okay, so 4 guest cabins.
Yeah.
So not a huge amount of space. We're excited to find out who we're going to be on board with.
Yeah.
Because we don't know.
Because there's only 10 of us.
So we will not know at all.
No. It's completely unknown. There's no set itinerary as to where we're going to be each day. It's a case of it's all weather dependent. There's excursions, there's things that we're going to be getting off the ship and doing. We were reading the information pack that they sort of send you before your cruise, and that's got all of the information that you need. We've got to bring warm clothes as well as summer clothes, because the weather, we just can't guarantee it. It can be absolutely pouring down one minute and then glorious sunshine the next. It's just a complete unknown for us, and we're quite excited at that.
They have even said pack swimwear in case you want to jump off. Now, if you know me and Dom, we've seen our videos, we very rarely even get in the pool on a cruise. So jumping off into the cold sea could be a challenge for us, but we shall see. Who knows? We might do it.
If we're feeling brave. Apparently, it's like a rite of passage, or it's a tradition once you're on board to sort of jump in that ice cold water.
It's definitely not appealing to me.
Yes. We'll see. You never know. Few gins and
one thing that we have done that we've never done on a ship before, we sent our little sheet with our dietary requirements and what we'd like to eat and things, because there is a chef on board, so that's exciting. So we're looking forward to the food.
They do say there's a set menu. You know, they were nominated at the Wave Awards a couple of weeks ago for their food, because they have, or did they win it? Nominate. I can't remember now, but because they have their own chef on board, and they sort of rely on local produce from the ports and destinations up in Scotland. It's supposed to be amazing food. So really, really looking forward to that, because we do like our food.
Yeah, and they won the award for experience. Definitely, I know that, because there is also a guide on board that will help you spot any wildlife, take you off on the little tender that they've got, which is basically a small rib boat. You can land on little beaches, anywhere where there's wildlife, you can get out much closer to them. All one-to-one guide. So pretty much. So it's going to be great.
Yeah. So in answer to your question, everything really. We're trying to do as much research as possible, and we're just going to go head first into it and just enjoy the experience. And can't wait. Something completely different.
What we're also not looking forward to perhaps so much is the drive home, because it's long and we're going to drive there.
Yes. Unfortunately, we can't get the sleeper train, because in order to catch the sleeper train up to Scotland, we'd have to drive 4 hours towards London.
Yeah.
Because, we are in the middle of nowhere.
And there's no flights from Cardiff to Glasgow either. So that would mean us virtually doing half the drive anyway to get to an airport, so we might as well just drive the whole way. And I think it'll be beautiful on the way there, because we'll pass all the locks. I think we go past Loch Lomond and things like that up to Alban. Beautiful.
Be an adventure.
Definitely.
Looking forward to it. Nikki, question. If you could choose any length of cruise, destinations and cruise lines, where would you go? Right.
Big question.
Cruise line. This is a tough one because they are all different and they all have their own little unique spin on things. If I suppose money was no option, but then there are some real great value cruise lines out there that, their service is just impeccable. We were talking about Ambassador, Celestial.
It was great.
Yeah.
But let's think cruise length first. Okay. Length of cruise. Well, we enjoyed our longer cruise, didn't we? When we did a 16-night, that's the longest we have done. We absolutely loved that. We thought that it would actually drag a little bit, but it didn't. It flew by. So yeah, a longer cruise, 14 nights or more, better for us. I think we had about 8 sea days on that cruise, and we were really thinking, oh, good, we've got a nice sea day to relax and just chill out. Oh no, we were busy. On the go, because I know when we were putting those vlogs together for our Greenland and Iceland cruise, we were going to merge them. So instead of just doing 16 vlogs, we were going to do like two or three in one, but we ended up doing so much every single day that these combined vlogs would have been about an hour long. It was a long. Destination. Well, we definitely pick places we haven't been before. I think we would love to do somewhere Antarctica. We'd love to do
South America,
Ushuaia way. Yeah, definitely.
Australia and New Zealand, South Africa.
Yeah. What else? Loads of places.
We've got so many bucket list destinations, and we're slowly working our way through them because, it's all about the experience, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're also doing some cruises over to Le Havre and things as well, just short cruises, because we can't afford all those bucket list destinations. Reality check.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and cruise line. I don't know. It's hard one. Cruise line, immediately springs to mind as if to say, let's do a luxury cruise line like Regent or something like that. But me and Dom also like a little late night, and we like the entertainment and things. So a bigger cruise line would suit a very hard question.
Very difficult, and I can't give you a definitive answer on that.
So what about you? What about you, Nikki? Well, answer your question. Where do you think, what would you choose? Lengthwise, destination, cruise line? Let us know.
Speak to the geek. I love that. Kayaking in Gerinja Fjord was one of the best excursions I've ever done. Yeah, I can imagine. We saw those types of activities in a lot of the ports that we visited in Norway, didn't we?
Yes.
Very sort of sporty. Well, you can be very sporty and outgoing.
Yeah. And we talked, me and Dom have never done kayaking.
No.
And we talked.
I was going to buy one.
Yeah. I don't know where we were going. We only live 10 minutes from the sea, but still, we'd probably go once and never again. But we have talked about doing kayaking because we saw them in Dubrovnik as well, people kayaking, and we thought, maybe we'd like to do that. It looked quite nice.
I think we'd get in there. We'd be all right for 15 minutes, and then I'd be like, tired now. I'm like, oh, get off.
Super sporty that we
are. Yeah. We're always in the gym.
We are.
We're not.
Passing through.
Yeah, passing through. But yeah, no, I do like the fjords for those types of activities, and it just looks just serene, beautiful. Gil and Sandra, we liked Flam, but not going there this time. Going to Gøsund, Bergen, Olden, Skålden. Nice.
Jolden. I don't know how you say that correctly.
I
don't think you say the S.
Golden. Are you sure?
I don't know. We probably butcher the pronunciation.
We butcher it every time.
As usual.
Every time.
We got told off today for saying
calzone.
Yeah. And apparently we should be saying calzone.
Calzone.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. So yeah, no, you'll have a fantastic time. I think we haven't been to any of those, have we?
No, we were due to go to Haugesund.
But the weather, that was our first ever missed port, I think.
First ever missed port we ever had. Couldn't go then.
Couldn't go because of the weather.
150 pounds back did we have for them?
Yeah, so it's a good comment. Just make sure, because the weather in Norway is very changeable. Make sure you've got good travel insurance with cruise cover that also covers missed ports, so you get a bit of money back just in case you booked any excursions, private excursions.
Yeah, we did a few cruises where we've missed a number of ports, and we have to claim a bit back each time.
Yeah, it's very good to have, and it's not fairly reasonable as well. It's not very expensive to add on cruise cover or missed port, so it's definitely worth doing.
You should always have cruise cover if you're on a cruise.
Yes. Sisters on the Sea, Alison is a favourite of our Fjords cruise. I'm sure you'd both be big fans
of the stairs. Oh, we love some stairs. Oh,
some steep inclines. If there's a steep incline, we're going up it.
And the sisters are coming with us, begrudgingly. That's like the Italy stairs. They're the ones that I always remember. Where were we in the Cinque Terre?
Oh yes, doing the Cinque Terre.
Those stairs, never-ending stairs. Yeah,
amazing experience. But I always think back to Marseille, because that was fun.
Dragging suitcases up the hill.
Yeah, up a hill, because it looked flat on Google Maps. It's not.
It's definitely not. To get to the train station.
Yeah, nearly killed us. That's not budget. Going on my first cruise beginning of August to the fjords on P&O and Iona. Lovely.
Iona is a good one because there's plenty of outdoor space, so it means you get lots of places to view the sail ins and out, isn't it? And
there's loads going on the ship. I do like Iona. I know a lot of people aren't fans of Arvia or Iona, but we do like them.
Well, yeah, I think it's great. I think they're good value for money. There's plenty of choice for dining, lots of things to do on board, plenty of space outside. Hopefully you can get outside on some of the decks and it not be too cold.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you'll be fine. When they're going beginning of August, it'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And you most probably still see a little bit of ice melting from the waterfalls.
Maybe.
It'd be beautiful. Oh, I'm clicking. Oh, I started that one, did I? No, I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. David, Oslo, Stavanger, and Alden. I'd love to go to Oslo. Sky Princess has just done that for Paul and Carol's
group cruise.
Paul and Carol had their group cruise on Sky Princess, and it went to Oslo.
Yeah.
And all of them.
I know Paul and Carol are great, but they didn't just say, "Can we go to Oslo?" And off they went.
Princess, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
It looked a great group cruise then.
Davina, I'm on the Prosecco.
Lovely. We got a couple of bottles of Prosecco.
We have. I don't think they're in the
None in the fridge then.
Nikki, question: if you could choose any, where would you go? Oh, any length destination on cruise line.
We answered that, did we?
We did.
Yeah.
We just had that question, Nikki.
It was Nikki who asked it, wasn't it?
I'm sure it was. Perhaps it was a double question. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nikki. Dawn went on Iona last year to the Norwegian fjords. Loved it. Went to Alden, went up in the cable car. Great views. We were lucky. Very nice and sunny day. Also Stavanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. If you can get the weather in those ports, they're just beautiful.
We are a fan of a cable car as well. Yeah. Although the prices of Norwegian cable cars are quite steep, so we might just do one on a trip.
Yeah. It's like a beer.
Yeah.
Alcohol's so expensive in Norway and Iceland as well, isn't it? You pay £10 a pint.
We had a coffee and that was expensive.
It was coffee, yeah. Really expensive. Oh, Davina, Dawn, it's sunny and windy here in Falkirk in central Scotland. Some rain showers also. So we're going up to...
What do you mean?
Well,
Oban.
So Falkirk's there, just outside of Edinburgh, across the way from Glasgow, and we're going back 2 hours from Glasgow on the left.
West.
So yeah, keep us updated. I'm looking forward to Hebrides vlogs. It sounds great. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We've got no apprehend. We've got no, what do you call them, preconceptions or anything.
Who knows what it's
Who
going to be
knows?
like. Very, very excited. Oh, talking about Paul and Carol's group cruise.
Oh, Ken goes cruising. Hi, Ken and Lindsay. Hope you're well.
Yes.
Hope you had a fantastic time on Sky with
It
Paul and Carol
looks
and
like
everyone.
you had a fantastic time. My
Did,
gosh,
very
what a
jealous.
group. And I know you were helping Paul and Carol a lot, and they very much appreciated your help. But it looked like you all had a fantastic time.
Beyond the TARDIS. Love that. Anybody else watch Doctor Who?
We
last
watched
night?
it last night.
We did.
Yeah.
Well, we've watched them all, haven't we?
Yeah. Not every Doctor Who, just this series.
And the why? And
Have
like,
you watched every Doctor Who?
Not like pre 1990 something. But
No.
all the
Anyway.
new ones. Hi, Tom Dom. For a first-time cruiser, what would be things you would advise to remember to pack, buy, and prepare for?
Very good question.
Good question.
I would always say pack some things in a carry-on and take it with you, because you don't know when your luggage is going to turn up. So quite often it's happened to us where we've got to our cabin, the luggage is not there. Particularly, was it Virgin, where it was
Virgin.
really late, where we had to have dinner in the clothes we were wearing to board. Luckily for Virgin, it wasn't too formal, so it didn't particularly matter. But always pack a change of outfit. If you're going somewhere very sunny, a fly cruise, stick some swim shorts in there as well, and some sun cream in your hand luggage, just so as soon as you're ready, you can get out and enjoy the ship.
Yeah, most definitely. In terms of what to pack, we always overpack. We are terrible overpackers for everything.
Yeah,
we always come back with clothes that we haven't even taken out of the suitcase. It's always a tricky one.
It all depends where you're going. Where you're going. Find out what formal night is like on the ship you're going and work from there, I'd say. So that could be whether, do you need just a shirt and chinos, or do you need a tuxedo?
Do you need a jacket?
Yeah. Find out what the formal night is, or the theme nights, and go from there. For example, if you're going on MSC, you're going to need a white outfit. If you're going on
Cunard, you're going to need a tuxedo, dinner jacket.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's happening with the theme nights on Cunard. Some people are saying they're coming back. Some people are saying...
What, like Masquerade?
Yeah.
Black and white?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if anybody knows, let me know.
Did they go, did they?
Well, yeah, they said they were phasing them out and just going for normal formal nights.
Oh, that's a bit disappointing.
So it's interesting. Remember, though, hooks. Sometimes hooks are very useful. Those little magnetic hooks you can add to your side of your cabin. But everything else is fine. Chargers. Take chargers.
Plug adapters, because you'll find a lot of them are European or US, so you're going to need an adapter to be able to use any of the outlets.
Don't panic about currency.
No.
You can use your card pretty much everywhere, particularly on the ship. There's no spending at all really in cash.
No. Always, if you are looking to make a purchase on board, because they do have some really great deals, they tend to advertise them in the little daily program that they pop in your cabin the day before, and sometimes there'll be some extra discounts, so do keep an eye on those. Specialty dining, if it's your first cruise, I wouldn't particularly worry about booking any specialty dining unless you really want to do one for a special occasion. Just enjoy the food that you've already paid for.
Yeah.
Excursions, get your guide, or get my guide. Viator. Have a look at those before booking ones with the cruise line, because they do tend to be 30-40% more expensive, but then you do have the guarantee that if it's running late, if there's traffic on a tour bus, the ship will wait for you on one of those excursions.
If you book with the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, I would always say, can you get back to the ship roughly within half an hour in a taxi? If you can't, book your excursion with the ship.
Any other? Buy, pack, prepare for? I think, but get some seasickness tablets. Some cruise lines do offer them free of charge if you go to reception, but a lot of others do charge. So if you do need them, There are plenty of brands that have all got good reviews and ratings online.
The reviews all different ones.
We
They're
have.
fine. They're fine.
We did try the bands that you can get from like Superdrug for £1.
Oh, on our first cruise, we went round wearing those bands. Didn't really do anything, did they?
No, I don't think they were. Well, I don't know. We weren't seasick on it.
No. Who knows? We were hungover on that first cruise.
Virtuosa. Yeah, we did indulge a little bit too much on that cruise.
Yeah.
First ever cruise, Virtuosa, and we had the premium drinks package. It was only 4 nights. It was just out of the pandemic. It was the first sort of cruises that started up. And yeah, we definitely made the most of it. Oh, we were so ill the next day.
Dear me, nothing to do with seasickness.
No. Yeah, pace yourself. That's a good one. Because there's so much to see and do. And
you can't do it all.
Even we overindulge on the first day because we're so excited, don't we?
Yeah.
And then pay for it next day. But enjoy. You'll have a fantastic time, honestly. It's an amazing way to see the world. And, you know, Tom was speaking about the CLEAR stats. So CLEAR is the Cruise Line Industry Association, is it? Something like that. And they were saying that cruise travel is, you know, it's growing because it is just such a great way to see the world and so many different places.
Yeah, average age of cruises is now under 50, I think. So, is that right? I need to see the stats in front of me to quote things.
Nice and loud. Question, do you think 10 nights on a Virgin is too much? Would a 4 or 5 be better? That's a good question.
Well, we did a short Virgin and we would say go longer. Go longer. For the reason being is Virgin packing all their theme nights into 4 or 5 nights then, and it is full on every night. There's something, whereas on a longer cruise it's kind of you're given the day night to recover. Yeah, it's a bit more spaced out. The pace is a little bit slower. On a 4 night you'll have pajama party, sail away party,
Scarlet night.
What else did we have?
We did Grog Walk, but then that was on the first night. There's just loads of little events all popped up. It's a fantastic cruise line, and the food is just out of this world. So good.
And I think with Virgin, if you do a 4 night, you won't be able to try all their restaurants.
No, that's true.
The longer cruises, you will be able to try much more of their offerings. For example, some of the restaurants do an A and a B menu as well. So just because you're going back to the same restaurant, you could be trying completely different food as well. So it would give you more time to try more. As the more nights, the better, I think, on Virgin.
Yeah, I think the 10-nighter does sound quite nice. But yeah, because, you know, Virgin does have some amazing relaxation zones where you can just switch off. You know, the dock at the aft of the ship is just beautiful.
I've been looking at Virgin, and Virgin have got, they're constantly adapting what they do. So whereas every ship used to be identical, the entertainment the same, now it's diverging. The menus are changing on different ships.
Mixing it up.
Each ship will have a different razzle dazzle eventually. They'll have different menu options. Yeah, they are starting to make each ship more unique.
If it's your first Virgin, though, what would you say?
What about cruise length?
Yeah.
I think the longer your cruise length, the more it's going to feel like a traditional cruise.
Yes.
Would be my
agree totally, because it is so unique that on a 4 or 5, well, the 4-nighter we did, you know, it was so busy, and you know, we loved it.
I'm surprised we can remember.
Yeah, we did love it, but it was just so different because everything was just different. You know, there's no set times for anything. You know, if you go on Princess, you know that there's a theatre show at 8:30 and then another one at 10:15. You know, every single night of your cruise. With Virgin, it's just like you just don't know what to expect every single night.
Yeah, you've really got to. There's a lot on offer on Virgin.
There is,
but you have got to look for it.
Yeah, they do produce like a daily planner, and they do print one, put them in your room now, Whereas before, when they first started, it was 100% app based.
Yeah.
So, there is a planner, but I think you're so busy wanting to do everything, you kind of forget that it's there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We've got to get back on a Virgin because we only did that short cruise. We haven't done half the things they've got to offer.
No, there's so many, like Pink Agave.
We didn't get a chance to go there. We didn't go to Test Kitchen.
No.
We didn't try the food in the dock.
We didn't get to see the show, the one where they're running around and jumping.
Yeah, that one.
That one. Yeah, there's loads of things we missed.
Yeah, so longer the better.
Mark, I only come here for the pronunciations.
If we didn't mispronounce something, you'd be at the wrong place.
You would. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Nikki, question. I'd like to return to the fjords and Iceland to visit Greenland, Canada, and Alaska.
Oh, yes. Crash. Yes, good. I think that is a great. If you could get to do all of them in one go. We did fjords and Iceland in one cruise, and we did Iceland and Greenland in a cruise. You can do Greenland, Canada in a cruise, and Alaska's pretty much on its own, I think.
But I'd love to do a world cruise. Going back to your question, I'd love to do a world cruise.
All about time. We do not have the time for a world cruise.
Commodore Steve, I'm going right up to Hagingsvag. Hagingsvag. Have you done that?
No, we haven't. We only got to the southern fjords, really, haven't we?
Yeah, because the weather.
We have looked at doing one. We'd like to do one up there, maybe Hevilia. If you haven't heard of Hevilia, it does similar routes to Hurtigruten. On those smaller towns that do 4 or 5 stops a day. But it would be nice to go all the way up there.
Yeah, it would. I'm sure you'll have a fantastic time. B, have you done a fly cruise? Yeah, we've done a fair few. Morella, P&O. When we say fly cruise, we've also done our own. So we've paid.
Yeah,
we booked the cruise and then we've done the flights ourselves. Costa, Celestial that we've just come off.
Yeah.
I do love a fly cruise because you get to.
You're in it straight away.
Yeah. I love it. It's just time, isn't it?
And the strange thing about cruising from Southampton, particularly P&O, are very much trying not in favour of doing longer itineraries anymore, it seems.
Shorten them down.
So it's hard to get to some of those med ports without doing a fly cruise. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely recommend it. Does involve a little bit more organisation if you do it yourself. If you do it with someone like Morella,
where everything's included, transfers, flights, the lot, it's just so easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to think or worry about anything.
We even did it with Cunard when we did a quick zip over to Hamburg. Cunard then put us on a coach, took us to a hotel, gave us a meal in a hotel.
They did.
And then flew us back. So that worked out really well as well.
Yeah, we've touch wood. We've never had a problem. But then we've got
we've got things that we want to do, and I know you've said that.
It's going to be done.
Yeah.
Mike, we did the 20-night Caribbean transatlantic on Virtuosa in May. That was probably as long as we do again. Fun, but
tiring on the body, and yes, it's the liver that would, and the food that would see us off. I think
the food's so rich and so good. It does. I think 2 weeks for us. Because when you're on holiday, if you're going on a long cruise for like you say, 20 nights, 16 nights, 2 weeks even.
Yeah.
You're indulging and you're enjoying yourself every single night. And even for us on that 16 night that we did, as we were getting, because we had a drinks package, as we were getting closer and closer to sort of the 16 night, it was like, I can't wait to stop drinking.
Yeah. Do we want another wine? But of course we said yes.
Of course we did. Yeah. All for YouTube.
Mind you, same with the food though. We start off first day or breakfast lovely, full English. Yeah, great. By the end, it's like, we'll have a bowl of cereal.
I'm happy with a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, definitely on that then. Fred, mystery cruise next. Oh, very interesting. Those mystery cruises are full of intrigue. It's when you leave Southampton or wherever you're going to leave from, and you go, are we turning right? Are we turning left? And you start thinking, we could be going here, could be going there.
And you end up in Lavra.
Not far at all. But those Fred Mystery cruises do look very appealing.
They do.
I wonder where you'll go.
Richard, we set sail on Friday.
Next one.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, we set sail for the fjords on Friday on QM2.
Ooh,
Fantastic.
lovely.
Love it. Can't wait and hope the weather is in our favour.
We'll have our fingers crossed for you.
We will. And for all of you that go into the fjords.
Yeah, that aft area on QM2 is beautiful in the fjords.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it's very traditional aft, isn't it?
Yes. Very, very traditional. It is one of those beautiful places, isn't it?
It is. It is. It is. Mike, question: there's a Sky Princess 5-day taster to Hamburg in October, but for £1,500 seems pricey. Worth it for the experience of the ship, do you think? No chance.
Mm-mm.
You can get.
Hang on. Is it £15? 15,000, 1,500
Per person.
Cruise only. That's not with Princess Premier or anything like that included.
Plus or Premier. But even, if that's per person, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That you're talking suite money there, I think.
Sky Suite, that's nice.
If it's for the Sky Suite, go for it. But anything else, I think that is
a lot of money.
Pricey, like you think. Your instinct is right, I think pricey.
But then cruise lines do tend to sort of up the price for these shorter duration cruises because they know they'll get the footfall.
So I don't think you'll get footfall for that money.
That seems pretty steep for 5 nights. We try and aim for.
Is it a theme cruise by any chance? I don't know.
Comedian? Yeah. I don't know.
It just seems a lot.
And for Hamburg,
you
if you want to go to Hamburg,
you can pick up a much cheaper cruise on Cunard. You can get there pretty cheap. On P&O pretty cheap.
MSC,
so
it's very expensive. David, a tip for the fjords: try and find out times when ships are cruising on it into the fjords and set the alarm so you don't miss the scenery.
Yes,
we have tried this many times.
Me and Don have seen many a sail out, very few sailing.
But it's a very good tip because apparently first thing in the morning the scenery is beautiful.
Well, we did see the scenery when we sailed into Kotor just there, and that was spectacular as the sun came up over the mountains. That is fjord-like.
Yes. Nikki's just said to be on TARDIS, definitely pack an overnight bag for your last night of the cruise for your bits and pieces, and that is a brilliant point. Because on the last night of your cruise, it does vary with cruise lines. You do have to put your luggage out if you want them to sort of take your luggage from the ship and put it shoreside.
Otherwise, you're going to be up very early to self-disembark.
And sometimes it is a bit of a hassle, isn't it? Because you have to put we always bring an extra bag as well to put any sort of toiletries and bits and bobs like that in the clothes that we wore the night before.
So we do normally have our normal size suitcases and hand luggage as well. And it's needed, I think.
Yeah, we do if we're
UK.
Yeah. If we're fly cruise, then it's all dependent on the cabin and the baggage allowance that we've got. Fly, Drive, Explore. The episode of Doctor Who shown a few years ago was filmed in Porthcawl. We were wondering, weren't we?
Yeah.
Commodore Steve, John Pertwee was the best Doctor Who morphed into
Wurzel Gummidge.
He did. I used to love Wurzel Gummidge as a kid.
Different shows though.
Oh God, completely different. And Sally. Pack a travel dental repair kit. No dentists on board. We do.
Good one. Yes, we have got one of those. Very important. Yes, medical stuff you can get pretty much, although it's quite expensive, as the girls will tell you, sits on the seats for their paracetamols that they needed. But dentists, no.
You have to wait.
Sometimes it's not even easy to get to a dentist when you reach port. That's a lot of organising. So a dental repair kit is a good idea.
Hi guys, have you ever bid for a cabin upgrade? And if so, was it successful?
Successful.
I've only had one gin. And if so, was it successful? So we do, and we well, depending on the starting price of the bid, because we always go low. Go low. We have never been successful.
Never been successful.
Never been successful for an upgrade bid.
We've been more successful not bidding, and then they upgrade us anyway.
That's true. But with P&O, it kind of, they move you from one part of the ship to the other. Yeah. Same type of cabin.
Yeah. So if it's a pretty reasonable starting price and you're willing to go low, perhaps give it a go, because we've done it. But if you want to go top of the bracket, I don't think it's worth it. You might as well just ask the cruise line how much is it to upgrade.
Yeah, once you're on board.
Or before.
Yeah. There's no harm in on embarkation day nipping down to reception, going, I'm not very happy with my room. Well, no, not saying I'm not very happy with my room, because then that would be a complaint, but going, I was wondering if there was any possibility of upgrading, and asking them really nicely. And you can pay to upgrade once you're on board if they've got the availability.
Yeah, when we were on Arvia,
somebody.
You go then.
Why was I not?
No, you can say.
Yeah, no, that was the tip and the hint we got from Cruiseman.
Yeah, she did that.
She did. Yeah. So yeah, why not? But in terms of price, it all depends. If you're going from, sorry, I'll go back to that question. If you're going from an inside to a balcony, and the starting price is £100 per person, we're going to bid £100 per person, because that's a fantastic price. But if they're asking an extra £500-600 per person, we'll stay in the inside. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks everyone. That's good, helping. Richard, what's your favourite specialty restaurant on a P&O cruise?
Epicurean.
Every time.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Although our first Epicurean experience wasn't great, because we were waiting a hell of a long time between courses. But the last time we went, it was very good. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. All of P&O specialities, if you price and compare them to what you get on other cruise lines, fantastic value.
Yeah.
Beach House,
incredible. Fantastic. You can get a steak reasonably priced on that hot stone. Great experience. If you went to a restaurant elsewhere, that will cost you a lot of money. Yeah, that's good. Sindhu, great.
Really good. Really good.
We like them all, really. The only one we a bit iffy on is Glasshouse.
And Keel and Cow. I weren't impressed with that. But I think that's because I had the burger.
We had a bad experience there.
Yeah.
Rather than the food being bad.
Well, yeah.
Overall. We just didn't have enough bread.
We didn't. And wasted cheese.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's they're all Epicurean,
good.
really good. I'll pay for the Epicurean every single time, because I think it's around about £24 per person, and it is just an experience.
Yeah.
Question, wondering if you had any thoughts on the Greek tourist tax. Will cruise lines absorb the €20 for Mykonos and Santorini, or will they be charged at the dock? Thanks, gents. I think that they'll do it very similar to what they do with the shuttle bus. So they go, guests, if you are traveling off the ship today,
scan your card,
and a €20 charge will be deducted, or they'll just absorb it into the cruise fare, just increase that by £20 or €40. Sorry.
Yeah, so you will end up paying it. I think.
Yeah, they're not.
This is a major factor that cruise lines are thinking about at the moment, because so many ports, particularly in Europe, are thinking of charging tax. Spain obviously already charges a drinks tax, but then they want to do tourist tax as well. Even we saw on the news this week, Scotland are thinking of doing to Shetland tourist tax as well for cruise ships docking in to reduce numbers.
It's a good. Well,
what might happen is that perhaps Mykonos, Santorini drop off some itineraries even more than they have done now, and instead pick up other islands in Greece. Corfu is fantastic. Kefalonia was fantastic. There's other islands there that you could be visiting that are just as beautiful. And avoid that massive rush that you get in Mykonos and Santorini.
Yeah, I think it's it seems a good idea for these ports to go, oh, we'll just charge everybody a tourist tax. But I think the reality of it is that it may seem easy, but it's going to be very difficult to sort of manage and maintain, I think. And I think, as Tom said, cruise lines will just go elsewhere. There's plenty of other ports.
There's lots of ports that are crying out for cruise ships to visit.
Oh, Mike, £1,500 with plus. That's a lot of money.
I still think that's quite a lot. Not working out.
That's a lot of money.
I think it's over £200 a day
for 5 nights.
So it's more than 200. Yeah, 750.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. I would say,
£300.
unless you're really desperate to go, give it a miss.
Yeah. But Sky's a beautiful ship, and Princess, you know, we've sailed with them a fair few times and enjoyed every single cruise we've been with them.
I'd loved it. Pick up another cruise with Princess at a better price.
Gil and Sandra, 18 days to the Amalfi Coast. Beautiful.
We loved it in, I was going to say Santorini then.
Oh,
no.
okay.
So what's the beginning of this? On the Amalfi Coast? Sorrento.
Beautiful part of the world.
Yeah.
We did a land-based holiday there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Lovely.
The cost of the ferry still gives me nightmares. Or the catamaran across over to Capri. That was expensive.
Lovely place.
Huh? Lovely. Mike, so it's £1,500 for plus. It's a total for 2 in a balcony.
Okay, better.
750 quid each for 5 nights.
Not too bad.
With plus.
Not too bad.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's getting better.
No, it's getting better.
The more information you give us, sounding more better.
Yeah. For a balcony with plus, so all your drinks up to $15 are included. Well,
no
15.
cans.
Oh yeah, they've stopped doing cans.
No cans of drink. So yeah, for
you have to
soft drinks and things.
Yeah, you have to have it all off the pump.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Not too bad at all for 2 of you. Mark, have you managed to persuade any friends or family to go cruising? Yeah, we have. Obviously, we started with Tom's mum and dad, and now they are hooked. So they are big fans. My mum and her husband went on a cruise, and they didn't really enjoy it.
They had terrible weather.
They did have really bad weather, to the point where all of the outside space on the entire ship was closed.
Yeah, they were locked in.
Because it was that bad.
This
was their first cruise.
Yeah.
The balconies all locked. Upstairs, promenade, locked.
Ports were cancelled.
Ports were cancelled. They were stuck inside. And
so if you could have a first cruise experience that went wrong, this is the one that did. But your mummy's now talking about trying again.
Yeah, it's worth saying. It's fantastic. Yeah. It's just really unlucky. I didn't like the Prime Minister burger and key and cow. That's exactly what I had in the key and cow.
You didn't like it.
I was not happy with that.
No.
Paying a premium for that. And everybody raves about it. And I'm going to have a steak. I will try it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a steak.
There we
go. Have you done the veranda?
Yes. Very, very good experience in veranda on Queen Victoria. That will be
couldn't move.
Next vlog series.
Could not move. It was incredible.
We just said, bring us every side. And they did.
On the table. And it was, because we currently got our Cunard Queen Anne vlog series, and I think, editing and working my way through them, the running theme on that cruise is the fact that the portion sizes are so small in the main dining room.
We do always ask for one for the table. And
we did the same on Queen Victoria because it's the same food, same. So when we went into the veranda, and the food was just phenomenal, and there was so much of it. It was like the first time we actually felt full after coming out of the main dining room.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Brilliant.
We got a couple of things I know we've got a couple more questions.
Yes.
If you haven't done so already, please press the like on this video. It does really help us out. It shows YouTube that you're engaging and sort of appreciate our hard work and our content.
Yeah.
And thank you very, very much.
And if you are a regular viewer of ours, please do make sure you hit that like, share our videos so as many people as you can see them. and remind people to subscribe. All the usual messages, really. Now, one thing that we have been trialing, and I don't know if any of you have noticed, that we have uploaded a couple of our vlogs onto TikTok, and they seem to have done reasonably well. So we now have 1,000 followers on TikTok. Woo! So that's worked out quite well. The vlogs have been quite popular. So have a look at that if you haven't seen us on TikTok yet. If you are big on TikTok, or even if you're not, we didn't think we were until we've tried this. So give it a go, see what you think. It's a long form video on TikTok, so we weren't sure how it was going to work, but it's been quite popular. So have a look. And join our Facebook group. We do post questions. It's your chance to ask us questions when we're not live, and also share any experiences as well.
We've got a great Facebook community. Honestly, everybody on there is just fantastic. Got a problem, put it on there. Somebody, if we don't know the answer, somebody else will chip in and support. It is a great community, and we're fast approaching 7,000 members.
Yes. Fantastic, fantastic. And then obviously with our cruise coming up with Hebrides Cruises, if you are a Patreon, you do get behind the scenes videos. So do consider subscribing to our Patreon, and you can see what we get up to in real time.
Yep, for a little, it's £1.25 a week.
Good message, Don.
Let's go back. Emma Cruises. Thank you for joining us,
Emma. Emma's just come off a rather interesting carnival cruise. Head over to her page where she'll tell you all about that. She did a live telling us about it yesterday. Friday. Very interesting.
Richard, have you? Yes, we have. Definitely worth it. I think we paid around about $60 for it per person.
Yeah.
I do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm a bit miffed about was the fact that we didn't try Sir Samuel's on Queen Anne. That's the only thing I'm disappointed with.
I think it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The veranda.
Yeah.
Superb. Commodore Steve, what is StreamYard? StreamYard is the web streaming company that we use to sort of host these lives. We're not actually doing it on YouTube. We're doing it through a website called StreamYard, where it integrates everything. So it just makes it easier for me to put comments on the screen, to be able to add trailers and little clips. It's like a live streaming platform management system. It's very good. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
And we just use the free version.
The free version, which is why you can see StreamYard in the corner.
Yeah. And we don't, because you have to pay for like HD and 4K definition. So this is only in 720p.
Hopefully you can see us.
Yes. Mike, thank you guys.
Gosh, what time is it?
Thank you
we're
for
already
joining
hit
us.
the hour.
Thank you for joining us. Emma, when I look at you, I think of Cunard robes, and then I miss them.
Oh, we did love those. So fluffy
and soft.
Cunard robes with the sunset. Cunard robes. It was fantastic. Yeah. We used to sit there and have our breakfast in them as well.
We did.
Yes.
Love a bit of Cunard breakfast, room service. Can't beat it.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to pay for it either. Thanks, gents. Really appreciate. Thank you ever so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I thought TikTok.
Could be.
For me, the channels that steal my content and put it on TikTok get 100.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
TikTok need to do something about that, because
it's easy. I'm not going to tell people how to do it, but it is very easy to sort of use other people's content for TikTok.
TikTok need to crack, and it's all the hard work that goes into making the video, and they take 2 seconds, steal it, and put it on them, and then the annoyance of getting more views. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So yeah, report it.
I'm trying to write my script at the moment, but I had to take a break to watch you guys.
We
appreciate it.
Thank you very much. That is very much appreciated. Well, we shall let you get back to your script writing now, because we have come to our end of our hour. Me and Dom have also run out of gin.
All gone.
So we are going to make ourselves another drink. Enjoy our bank holiday weekend, and we wish all of you a wonderful bank holiday weekend, or a long weekend if you are in the US as well. If you're anywhere else in the world, just a regular weekend.
And again, we really appreciate everybody's support. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday. And we hope you're all well. And again, we really, really do appreciate everybody's support. Thank you ever so much.
Keep an eye on our socials because we will be off on Hebrides Cruises on Thursday.
Yeah,
See you then.
Excited.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.